Alright, so after I put up the introduction video for my new series Spiral Score, a lot of you had a question regarding how you could be a contestant on the show. Now, I got asked the question enough in-game and in the comments section. I thought I should make a video response rather than just a text one that not everybody would see. So to start things off, let's take a look at some stuff that will be needed. And to be a contestant on the show, you'll need a decent microphone. Now, this means usually something that's other than the built-in laptop microphone or computer microphone. Sometimes those will cut it, but often they really aren't the best. Some are though, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, no background noise. We don't want it to be sounding like there's a New Year party in your background, because I am trying to keep the quality of this show up to my channel standards. You'll also need quite a bit of Spiral Knight's knowledge. You don't want to be on the show and not know the answers to a lot of questions, and it might be a little overly humiliating experience if you don't go into the show knowing a lot about Spiral Knight. So you probably should be playing for a couple years at least, because some of these questions are going to be kind of difficult. And lastly, you'll need a Skype account. So if you've got all of these things, now you can move on to the application process. Alright, now we're on to the application process, and first off I'll need an audio recording of at least 30 seconds of your voice, and I'll provide a standard template to follow for that. And I'll need a 30-second recording so I can make sure that your audio is of decent quality and there's not much background noise like we saw in the requirements. And also 30 seconds is just a very small portion of what a, say, 15-minute show would be, so I don't think it should be too much of a problem here. And once you have the recording, I'd like it to be in an MP3 format, although if you have an operating system specific format that you use, I can probably read those too, since I have both of the major operating systems. Now, once you have the audio file, attach it in an email to chawkthree.sk@gmail.com. And here's the format that I kind of like the audio files to follow. Now, this is kind of specific to me, but the underlined areas will be user specific. So this is just basically a kind of basic layout that I'm showing you here. So, hey, I'm Chawkthree, and I've been playing Spiral Knight since 2011. I'm interested in being a contestant on Spiral Score. I live in an area that is in the UTC behind 5 time zone. I usually have free time at 5 to 9 p.m. during Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now you can also go on to say some more if you feel that you need to fill in the 30-second requirement, which you might need to, but try to keep it under a minute so that the file size doesn't get too big. Now, as you know, I'm only doing Spiral Knight's videos about once every other week, and I do have other series that I try to keep coming up, so this series, depending on feedback, might only be going up around once every month or so. Might go longer than that. So if you do send in a recording and you're not chosen for the show for a while even, don't get discouraged, and please don't be sending tons of follow-up emails and spamming me in-game messages, because that has happened a lot with past things and it doesn't really work out the best. Anyways, I'm trying to do this because I really want to include more of the audience in these shows, and hopefully this works out. I'm still kind of testing the waters on this kind of stuff, so bear with me, and hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what the requirements need to be. Now, right before I close this out, I did want to let you guys know that the first episode is going to be delayed by a week, because not all the people on the first episode were able to make it to the recording session, so I'm going to push it back 1 week, and hopefully it can come out then. But this will also give me more time to incorporate more of the questions that you guys asked onto the first episode. So anyways, thanks for your patience, and I'll see you in Spiral Knights.